So today I'm going to talk about how I run my Patreon. When I first started out, all my stuff was free, and so my Patreon was just like a big tip jar. I don't know if I had any rewards. I mean, I did. God, what did I do? I think it was like you could vote in polls and stuff. There was very little incentive. My Patreon was not well constructed in the beginning. Simple as that. And then I put a paywall in front of it, and then Patreon became a storefront, which is dumb because it's not supposed to be a storefront. That it worked fine, but I don't know. I just got more and more unhappy with how the farther it went along, it just felt really weird. And now I'm free again. All my stuff is free, and now my Patreon makes a lot of sense. So I want to talk about how I run it now and why it's different and not a storefront. So my product is my miniatures, my models, right? And all of that is free on Thingiverse. So a while ago, a few patrons were like, hey, how about you decorate your bases? And so my favorites, I talk about the grung in like all my videos, I swear, has these cute little mushrooms on it. And I just thought it was the greatest darn thing. So I started doing it for all of my miniatures, decorative bases. And then recently I was like, wait, that should be exclusive to patrons. So my miniatures don't have a paywall in front of them, but the improved version of them does. Which doesn't affect people because, I mean, a lot of people just do their own basing anyway. It's just an extra something. So that's kind of the moral of this video, is that my Patreon is add-ons to my main product. So you support me and you get these extra features, I guess. So for people that are interested in 3D modeling, I share all my ZBrush files, which is helpful. I feel like it's not as helpful as people might hope it is. I'm always worried about that because I merge all my stuff together as I sculpt it. So you can always import any file into ZBrush and look at it and how it was made and that kind of stuff. So my ZBrush files is mostly to see how I break things up in different objects. Other than that, you can do it yourself either way. And then that's my $3 main $3 reward, and then my $5 reward is my pre-supported STLs. So I go through and mesh mixer, and then I manually replace all of the supports. And then I test them. That one's really tedious. But that's something I do anyway. Like, I need to print my own miniatures, and I sell them on Etsy. So as you can tell, like, a lot of these things, they're efficient because I'm doing these things anyway. I'm making ZBrush files to make models, and then my mesh mixer files to print them. I need that too, so I might as well share all of it. So that's a really important way to how I run my Patreon, because I'm not putting myself out on time. It's very clear that I'm doing this anyway, but it's still a reward I can share to people that can see the process and that kind of stuff. And then the biggest thing that is a backbone of my Patreon is requests. And requests is really what keeps it going, I think, because there's so much interaction with the community, and it's just a lot of fun for me to have unique requests. I didn't even know were in demand. Like, recently from social media, someone posted this like a Skeleton King thing that they made. Critical Crafting has a great video on that. I will link it in the description below. Anyway, and so I made an STL for it. And that's something that from the community, I didn't even know people would want, and it blew up. People loved it, which surprised me, because I have models that I'm like, everyone's gonna love this, and then no one really cares. I mean, people like it, but it's not nearly as popular as I expected it to be. So it's always fun to have community requests because it's just unique things I would have never made on my own, and it really helped me grow as an artist. Because if it was up to me, I'd probably just make elves all day, and they'd all look the same, and that's where I would end up as an artist. So yeah, to summarize the way I run my Patreon, I take things I already do and then make them, package them into being rewards for other people. So that way I can sustain my business and offer interesting incentives for people to support me, release stuff for free. And then request and interaction with community. By doing that, it's just kind of like a unique little thing on my Patreon. Like, I've noticed that people will talk to each other in the comments, and they're all so nice. I love that. I have no problem with policing stuff and being like, you're a jerk, gone. Haven't had to do that at all, which is really nice. And I didn't expect that. So thank you, internet, for being pleasant somewhere. So those are the big ways I grow my Patreon. I hope that if you were considering being a creator, it gives you guys some tips on what you should do as well. And until next time.